Chapter 2. The Scavenge. The family's survival depended on scavenging. The boardwalk, with its abandoned shops and restaurants, was both a lifeline and a death trap. Isabella led the way, her eyes scanning for movement. Miguel followed, carrying a makeshift spear. Luna and Diego trailed behind, their footsteps light on the sand-covered pavement. They were searching for canned food and batteries when it happened. Diego, curious as always, reached for a glass bottle on a shelf. It slipped from his fingers and shattered on the ground. The sound echoed like a gunshot. Isabella's heart stopped. She grabbed Diego and pulled him close, her eyes darting toward the shadows. The creatures were coming. She could feel it. "Run," she signed, her hands trembling. The family sprinted toward the hotel, their movements frantic but silent. Above them, the creatures screeched, their wings beating the air as they descended. Isabella's lungs burned as she pushed Diego ahead of her, urging him to move faster. They made it to the hotel just in time, slamming the reinforced door shut behind them. The creatures slammed against the door, their guttural growls sending chills down Isabella's spine. Chapter 3. The Lighthouse. That night, as the family huddled in their soundproofed room, Isabella found an old map in a drawer. It showed a lighthouse on the outskirts of the city, marked with a note, "Low-frequency sound, safe zone." She showed it to Miguel, her hands moving quickly as she signed, "We have to try. We can't keep living like this." Miguel hesitated, his eyes flickering to Luna and Diego. Finally, he nodded. The journey to the lighthouse was fraught with danger. They moved at night, using the cover of darkness to avoid the creatures. The boardwalk gave way to crumbling streets and abandoned cars. At one point, they had to cross a collapsing pier, the wood groaning under their weight. When they finally reached the lighthouse, it was in disrepair. The door hung off its hinges, and the windows were shattered. But the foghorn was still intact.